Hello and welcome. In this math tutorial, our task is to find the real values of x that satisfy this algebraic equation. Now notice that because of this even power, this quantity must always be positive. And also you know that for real solutions, this square root is always going to be positive. Now this equation tells us that the sum of two positive numbers or quantities is equal to 0. You know that this is impossible, except this is equal to 0 and this is equal to 0. So to solve this equation, all we have to do is to equate this to 0, solve and get the solutions. Equate this to 0, solve and get the solutions, and then select the solutions that are common to both equations. Now, in this case, we have that x to the power 4 minus 13x squared plus 36 to the power 4 is equal to 0. Of course, you know that this simply means that x to the power 4 minus 13x squared plus 36 is equal to 0. Now, we can solve this quadratic equation by factorization. Let us use the table method. What are the factors of x to the power 4? We have x squared and x squared. What are the factors of 36? We have 4 and 9. Now, because the middle term is negative, let this be minus 4 and let this be minus 9. Of course, you know that minus 4 times minus 9 is still going to give us plus 36. Now, x squared times minus 9 is minus 9x squared. And x squared times minus 4 is minus 4x squared. And of course, you know that minus 4x squared minus 9x squared is going to give us minus 13x squared. That means that we can factorize this left-hand side as x squared minus 4 multiplied by x squared minus 9. And of course, this is equal to 0. From here, we have that either x squared minus 4 is equal to 0. And of course, when we add 4 to both sides of this equation, we have that x squared is equal to 4. Taking square root of both sides of this equation, we have that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 4, which of course is equal to 2. Or we have that x squared minus 9 is equal to 0. Once more, when we add 9 to both sides of this equation, we have that x squared is equal to 9. Taking square root of both sides of this equation, we have that x is equal to plus or minus the square root of 9, which is equal to 3. So when this is equal to 0, we have 4 values. We have plus or minus 2 and plus or minus 3. And in this case, we have that the square root of x cubed minus 7x plus 6 is equal to 0. Once more, from here we have that x cubed minus 7x plus 6 is equal to 0. Now, notice that when x is equal to 1, on the left-hand side, we have 1 cubed minus 7 times 1 plus 6. This is 1 minus 7 plus 6. 1 minus 7 is minus 6. Minus 6 plus 6 is equal to 0. That simply means that x equal to 1 is a root of this cubic equation. And from there, we have that x minus 1 is a factor of this cubic expression. So to factorize this cubic expression, all we have to do is to divide x cubed minus 7x plus 6 by x minus 1. And to do this division, we are going to use the synthetic division method. The coefficient of x cubed is 1. There is no term in x squared, so the coefficient is going to be 0. The coefficient of x is minus 7. So here we have minus 7. And the constant term is 6. So we have 6. We draw our division line and we are dividing with 1. So here we have 1. Now this 1, you bring it down. 1 times 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 1 times 1 is 1. Minus 7 plus 1 is minus 6. 1 times minus 6 is minus 6. 6 minus 6 is equal to 0. Now, we divided a polynomial, a cubic polynomial, by a linear term. So we have 3 minus 1, which is 2. So this is the coefficient of x squared. This is the coefficient of x, and this is the constant term. So that simply means that when we divide x cubed minus 7x plus 6 by x minus 1, what we have is x squared plus x minus 6. So that means that the factors of this cubic polynomial are x minus 1 and x squared plus x minus 6. And of course, this is equal to 0. Now, we can further factorize this. That is this. Since the coefficient of x squared is 1, all we have to do is to find the factors of minus 6 that add up to plus 1. And of course, those are going to be 3 and minus 2. Because 3 times minus 2 is going to give us minus 6, while 3 minus 2 is going to give us plus 1. So that means that we can factorize this as x plus 3 multiplied by x minus 2. So here we have x minus 1, x minus 2, and x plus 3. And of course, this is equal to 0. And from here, ultimately, we have that either x minus 1 is equal to 0, or x minus 2 is equal to 0, or x plus 3 is equal to 0. Of course, when you add 1 to both sides of this equation, you have that x is equal to 1. When you add 2 to both sides of this equation, you have that x is equal to 2. And when you subtract 3 from both sides of this equation, you have that x is equal to minus 3. So when this is equal to 0, we have that the values of x are 1, 2, and minus 3. So finally, for this equation to be equal to 0, it's very easy to see that x must be equal to minus 3 and plus 2. And with that, we come to the end of this tutorial. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoy such content, please subscribe to the channel. Leave us a thumbs up to support the channel. Thanks for watching and watch more videos here.